Hey folks, Richard Reyes, certified financial planner, Orlando's financial quarterback, and thank you for your questions. I'm gonna answer a couple today. I appreciate the follow through from the last video, and hey, again, you got one more questions answered? Send me an email, call me on the phone. I'll make sure to get them answered for you. First question I got is: some experts are predicting a bigger than ever market crash in the near future. I'm retired and probably wouldn't have time to recover. Are you watching out for this? And because if things go down, again, a large reduction, I can't afford it. And the answer to this is yes, yes, yes. First of all, yes. Every day, even when markets are up every single minute of the day, there's always some expert out there predicting some sort of market crash or market collapse, especially when they are hawking some sort of investment, some sort of alternative investment, real estate, bitcoins, silver, and gold, whatever the case may be, or they're trying to hawk their book. But there's always somebody predicting a market crash. And I'm here to tell you, and I'm here to guarantee you that yes, there is going to be another market crash. If it's tomorrow, the next day, or the next year, or the next 5 or 10 years, I don't know when it is, but it will come. Regardless of that, prices will drop. And what's important is what happens after. And these market pundits don't really understand and don't ever predict, they don't ever know what is going to happen after. As an investor and retiree, there are 4 things that we work with our clients to do. Number one is, and you need to do all 4 things. Number one is to diversify and understand asset allocation. Number 2 is to make sure that some of this money doesn't fall in value when the markets decline. Okay, and that's what part of the planning equation is. The other part is to rebalance your accounts when these things happen, because we want to make sure that we take advantage of these situations automatically. Okay, when markets are down, we want to make sure to buy into them so that when they go up, we are able to take advantage of that situation. We buy when markets are low, sell when markets are high. That's what rebalancing is. The other part is to understand that we want to make sure that a portion of your income, basically where your basic needs are taken care of, that is not dependent on market returns. Okay? And most importantly, we have to work at having a long-term perspective on our plan to make sure and understand how our plan works, what are these things doing there, how it works, where our income is coming from, where our growth is coming from, and that's how we work with our clients. And these are all things that you need to take into consideration when you have a plan, and also when you need to take into consideration when you're seeing somebody on TV that's predicting a market decline. You need to think of yourself, how is our portfolio protected so that if that happens, I'm not impacted. Second question is, when should I call my financial advisor? Is there some times that are more appropriate than others? Well, you know, one thing to tell you is that you should call your financial advisor at any time. Technology has made it simple for us to communicate, whether it be through phone or through email, where we don't really have to waste a lot of time with meetings at the office, or obviously me having to come to you and so on. We can take care of a lot of things electronically, and also understanding that a lot of questions don't really take an involved type of research into understanding how or giving you an answer of what you need to be doing. But for the most part is, some clients are different than others. I have clients that don't even take a breath without calling me first. And then I have clients all the way on the other side of the spectrum that probably have my number blocked on their phone. These clients don't really want to talk to me much. They just want to pretty much talk to me when things are really, really bad. They don't really want to even take a look at things on an annual basis. Again, I have clients on both sides of the spectrum. And also there are some clients that are easier than others. So there are some clients that really don't need that much communication from me because of the ways things are set up. So from that perspective, Communication is kind of up to the client, but just understand that I'm communicating with the client a lot, and there's a lot of things that I'm doing in the background that doesn't actually require us to communicate a lot. You know, from the standpoint of implementation and monitoring and rebalancing and so on, these are things that I'm not calling you on a weekly basis telling you, hey, this is what I'm doing, because you know that I'm doing that. There's probably three reasons why you should always communicate with your financial advisor. Number one is when you have life-changing events: death, illness, births, selling a business, winning the lottery. These are life-changing events. Number two is if you feel like you're panicking, okay? Financial markets aren't working. How is that affecting your portfolio, so on? That's another reason to communicate. And number three is basically a lot of times is anytime it has a big dollar value, definitely want to communicate with your financial advisor. But with that being said, just always understand that, hey, communicate with your financial advisor. Give me a call when you have a question, or email me. And I hope you enjoy these last two questions. Send me more, and I'll make sure to get it done next week. Talk to you next week. Thanks for watching Financial QB TV.